everybody, and welcome back to We're All Fine, the podcast that provides unsolicited advice and so many opinions from totally unqualified people. As ever, I'm your host, Holly, and I am here with my co-host.
Hey guys, it's Carly.
And we have brought on two more fabulous unqualified people here today to give us lots of advice and thoughts on, I don't know, something that I think is kind of important, which is, I want to say this right, Carly, redefining Hot Girl Summer?
Yeah, like reclaiming Hot Girl Summer. We recently found out, as of this morning, that the youths have already started reclaiming and redefining Hot Girl Summer. Because when it first started, it was like having the hot summer bod and looking perfect and all of that. Well, luckily, a lot of women, as we always do, we took a bad idea and we made it a good idea. And so now Hot Girl Summer is just being you however you want to. So whether that's staying inside all summer in air conditioning and reading a book, whether it's traveling, whether it's wearing tiny little clothes because you have every fucking right to. Speaking of hot women, hello ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
We have Laurilea and Sierra here joining us today from the Rockabilly Vixens, which is a nonprofit organization here in Colorado that I love, is supporting that beautiful, amazing rockabilly style and doing a lot of great things for women. Welcome, ladies. I'm so glad you're here. It's really important that we know your unqualifications for being here. There are so many unqualifications that could bring you here today. Carly and I have discussed some of ours are being, what was it, entirely adequate?
Entirely adequate. Impressively mediocre. No one can tell me no.
Yes. Love this. These may not be things that are on your resume, but it's very important for why you're here today. So, ladies, what are some of your unqualifications to join us today?
I can't keep my mouth shut.
Love that.
especially, yeah. We'll leave it at that. I just can't keep my mouth shut. Especially when there is injustice in the world.
Yes.
I have to tell everybody how I feel.
Yeah, and you have every right to.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous unqualification. So
Yes.
glad you're here.
Thanks.
Sierra, how about you?
I would say I am aggressively myself. It's taken kind of my power back to be myself, define myself, but to let women out there know, like, you take you own you, and whatever that is that makes you feel good, do it and do it to your full power, because it feels so much better than fitting in a box.
Sierra, I am going to use that so many times this week and say aggressively myself. That is maybe the best thing I have heard in a while. Yeah, that's solid. I really, really like that a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely own that too. I know the girls would tell you, like, it's all in those little details, but when you own yourself, those details all build a big giant picture. So
I like that. If we ever do merch, we'll give you a percentage because I want to use that. Aggressively myself. I like that.
That's good. That might be an excellent bumper sticker. And I'm not usually a bumper sticker person, but I need everyone behind me to see that.
You would have that on water bottles everywhere.
I was going to say t-shirts too. You're going to find me this summer.
Aggressively myself is so good. I'm hoping there are a lot of you guys who are seeing this on YouTube, but if you are listening to this, however, it's really important that I give you a visual of what we're looking at right now, because I think that's important as we move forward. We have our two gorgeous Rockabilly Vixens who are just vividly stunning.
Yes.
Bright colors, just the red lipstick, all of it is great. I'm kind of boring because I've had to move my studio into a closet because of the wind here in Monument. It's real fun. So my super awesome little recording space has become a giant wind tunnel. But Carly, I got to tell you, you take the cake today.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm rarely overdressed for the occasion.
Carly, maybe you need to describe this amazing ensemble that you've got going on.
One of my biggest points for Hot Girl Summer is that every bod is a bikini bod and every bod is a summer bod. I don't know. I don't like the idea that you have to look a certain way in order to not sweat a lot and be covered up. I don't like it. So I found this on Amazon. So it's like $5. Go get you one. But it's one of those like tacky t-shirts that you used to see people get on like cruise ships with polka dot bikini and a cute little headband thing that I really enjoy. I also have the sunglasses, but I like to see the people that I'm with. So, look at me.
Yeah, but it's super sassy for right where you've got it. So I love it. Yeah.
Thank you. It's also a dress, so you guys can wear it to dinner parties. You could wear it to your next job interview. I mean, really let people, it says like, I'm here and I'm ready to party. I like it. Yeah. So and it's silky too.
Honestly, that says aggressively me without actually saying aggressively me.
Well,
so
that's one of the reasons that I'm excited about this episode, because like a lot of women, as I've gotten older, my body has changed and I haven't felt like I don't know how to do sexy anymore, right? Like I know how to do like business lady. I know how to do nurturer. I know how to do all of these, but I've lost my sexy a little bit. And the way that I can kind of build that confidence within myself is like building humor off of it and like poking fun at what standards are. Because then I feel like I'm changing things or I'm being rebellious, which always gets me a little like titillated, and then I feel hotter. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm poking fun at what we're supposed to look like, because my boobs, if they did this, I'd be thrilled. But my boobies hide. They find their safe spaces right here. They
under the arms. Yeah.
like they like that. And like my boobies, I tell my husband all the time, and this isn't even self-deprecating, like I breastfed a child. I'm very like, I like what they are. But if you took like one of those Dairy Queen like ice cream cones, where it's like rounded, and then you licked one side aggressively, it's like what like my boobies are. So yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
That is like unequivocally visual. Like there's just
I love it. It's awesome.
Oh my god.
I should write romance novels. And her breasts.
So Sierra, can you talk to us a little bit about the Rockabilly Vixens and kind of how that's helping women really sort of appreciate themselves more?
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's one of those things. So a lot of people ask, like, what is a pinup? You guys have a pinup group and all this. And it's kind of silly, but my mom told me a long time ago, definition of pinup is being pretty enough for somebody to put you on their wall. Well, honey, we've all been pretty enough since we were little because our mommy put our baby pictures up. So
yes,
we've all got a pinup in us. It's just with the Rockabilly Vixens, we saw a need for a lot of ladies just to see, like I said, the aggressively being yourself. Take what you like, take those things that make you smile, put them on, dress up, go out, and you will be surprised at how many people actually look at you and see that energy and go, I want to do that. So the Rockabilly Vixens started out as 2 women with that idea, and we are at 13. And these women spread all over northern Colorado, and I can tell you, everywhere they go, they share that smile, they share the little things that make them spark, and they have a group of women that support it. So even if we're not standing together, they know somebody's there to say, hey, you're a baddie. Hey, you got this. So it just kind of, that energy flows into other people and they see it, they feel it. And I mean, we've connected with so many people. We have older ladies that'll stop and be like, you are the reason I got my dresses out of the back of my closet. And then they show up at a car show and the next week later. So it's empowerment, but just by doing you do you, and that energy, it just spreads. And yeah, that's what the Rockabilly Vixens is. It's a positive, I like to say positive impact, but all we are is really embracing what we had inside ourselves that we maybe had shut down or said wasn't cool, because society standards say this box, this body, this face, this whatever. But the Rockabilly Vixens have kind of taken that and said, it doesn't matter. You are awesome, whatever shape, size, color, whatever. You are amazing. And that energy just spreads continuously. And so it grows and we keep adding and it just gets bigger.
Oh God, I love something that's women supporting women, like in the best way. There's just something so incredibly powerful about that. And weirdly kind of missing. And a lot of today, I feel like women get pitted against each other so often. And Carly, I know we've talked about this before, this idea of like, somehow it gets in our head that there's only one of everything. So every woman has got to compete for it, whether it's, the job, the partner, whatever. And so it creates animosity when really that power comes from everybody lifting each other up. So I love that you have this year. That's so awesome. Laurilea, you started in like the pinup, like all of this not too long ago, right?
2 years ago.
2 years?
Yeah, I say that it's been about 5 years that I've been super fascinated with the whole culture and all of it. But I did not get the guts to get on stage, which is weird because I'm an actor, and this terrified me to get on there and just be spunky and aggressively be myself. And I guess it's only been a year because it was the Black Canyon Classic in 2013. That's actually where I met Sierra. And I showed up by myself. I went because I was like, I'm doing this. I'm not going to be afraid anymore. And I've never met a more supportive group of women in my life. And everybody cheered for everybody. And I was like, is this for real? Like, I literally spent a couple months going, this can't be real. But every pinup contest I went to last summer, like, everybody's super excited to see each other. And it feels like family. It was really cool.
So there are like conventions.
I will say the Rockabilly community, it's one of those things, like it kind of meshes with the card clubs, all that stuff. And I say the Rockabilly community because they say Rockabilly, but it is defined by so many different things. Cheesecake, pinups, gothabilly, you've got all psychobilly, you've got everything. But in all reality, it's a group of misfits that all came together that pretty much just embrace each other. And I will say with the pinup community that's within the Rockabilly community, they're all over, and they're kind of, most people didn't even realize they were there. But it's just like she said, you go to these contests, you're scared, you're nervous, you think honestly that you're going to walk into a room with a whole bunch of catty bitches. Like, you're worried, you're scared, you think they're all against you and you're out to be number one. And then you find out that no, all of these women are in these contests to set a goal for themselves. Something sometimes as simple as saying a joke on stage. It's for them. It's not for anything else. It's not that first prize, that second prize. It's silly, but we don't have a third place. We have a second runner up in pinup contests because, we all have these different things. Nobody is last and we all win. We do everything. So each woman gets little prizes. You get rewarded for stepping out of your comfort zone, but I think the biggest reward that I've personally found is a community of women that were misfits, had demons, had scars, had all these different things that came onto a stage to show something for themselves and prove something to themselves, but were surprised to find other women that were exactly the same that became friends and sisters and tribe members. So there's a community out there. Actually, the Black Canyon Classic we did last weekend, and I was able to make it this year again, and it was amazing. There were women there that had never ever done it. Actually, one woman that I will say, she is a Rockabilly Vixen. This girl, I have personally been walking on stage and we're watching her disappear. She's been set up to be on stage and everything, but her fear had pushed her away, no matter how encouraging we were. She won Best Dress this weekend. So cool. She got up there. We told her, just do it. What is your big fear? What's got you backing out? And she's like, I second guess myself. I do this. And well, we're here. If you want to back out, but we are right here behind you. And she got on that stage. She owned herself and she went home with Best Dress, and her kiddos had made fun of the dress she picked because pinup is extra. We go big. We go big.
Well,
so yeah, she gets to go home and say, hey kids, my parrot dress won and inspired other women to wear that extra special dress. So that's what it is. But it's everywhere too. And you don't realize that community's out there.
So for her, it was the parrot dress. Yeah. I'm kind of curious for everybody. What is your thing? You put it on and it doesn't matter what's going on. If you've got anything else done, you're like, this thing, I have it. And now I'm killing it. It doesn't matter what's going on. I would say for me, it's when I put on red lipstick. So if I've got the red lipstick on, I could be in my pajamas, but damn it, I am a rock star at that moment.
Yep.
So what is it for you guys?
Go ahead. I was going to say mine's my high heels. I didn't wear high heels all through junior high and high school because the tall girl is too tall. Now I put on my heels. I could be wearing my TikTok pants and put on my high heels and go for a run and feel amazing.
Oh my God. Sierra, what's high heel for you? What is the highest?
Oh girl, I will totally go stripper hill. I will break it all out. I went years without wearing any of them. So now it's you can't tell me what is short. So I'm pretty sure I got a 6-inch heel up there. So
now, that requires serious core, right? Because every time I'd go in to see my chiropractor, they'd be like, you know what? Keep wearing heels because that keeps me in business. And I'm like, oh. So
I actually have hip issues and the dysplasia. The heels make my butt pop out the right way and relieves the pressure on that. So for me, it's beneficial. I know most people think it's crazy. My toes and my feet hate me, but my hips, my back, all of that, the heels are power.
You have prescription heels? I can't even believe that.
Right. Yeah.
It inserts.
I love that. I don't know. I am really good at wearing heels when I'm laying down. Walking, I look like a baby giraffe. I look unsure. I might need someone to help me eat soon. I don't know. No, if I'm laid down, I have a lot of very nice heels that have never seen asphalt and they're never going to. But they've seen my bedroom carpet.
Pictures are proof. They were on the feet.
They were there.
Yes. Laurie, how about you? What's your thing?
When my earrings and my shoes match. And generally bright colors. I have my favorite pair of orange, neon orange flats and hoop earrings that are also neon orange. And I'm I could go conquer the world now.
Yeah.
You talked a lot about the pictures and that kind of thing. And I saw too, I don't know if you guys still on your website, you had the calendar that you guys do in there.
We do them every year. And the new girls, everybody, we slowly get them added, but everybody picks their favorite picture from the year, the different events, and then we do them together. So all of the proceeds from our calendars too, they go right back into the community with everything that we do, whether it's fundraising, volunteering, whatever, we put it back into the community however we can. Schools, food bank, anything. But with the dressing up, it kind of sparks conversations. People, I guess, they want to know, why are you dressed up? Well, I'm dressed up to volunteer for the food bank. Have you ever been to the food bank? Let me tell you about that. So we definitely use it all the way around, but this is the fun part. So yeah.
So
no, I love our calendars.
Laurie, you recently did like a photo shoot. You put a bunch of stuff out on social media, which is super, super gorgeous, by the way. And I know that there's something really kind of magical about having your picture taken when you are just feeling yourself. So like, what was that like the first time you went out for pictures?
It helped me learn to love my body. Like, I am a curvy individual, and I've never appreciated it. And being able to like dress up and put my heels on and my lipstick and go out and have somebody like, it's just like a constant affirmation. So it was several hours of just lots of affirmation. And I love old cars. So getting to take pictures with old cars is like one of my favorite things to do.
Have either of you guys ever done, I only did this for the first time this year, which is like, I can't even remember.
Boudoir.
The boudoir shoot.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done one of those? Okay.
I have.
Yeah, Sierra, you have? Yeah. I will tell you, something like that I thought it was going to be so awkward and uncomfortable because I also am a curvy queen. And I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. It was fantastic. Being in a spot where you like feel really good and I don't know that those pictures will ever see the light of day outside of my room, but it was cool. Like the experience was cool.
Well,
so
it's power to yourself too. There's something with photography in specific, I have a couple of friends that specialize in the boudoir aspect. And one thing I can say about them is all of them look at each individual, and each individual has aspects that just shine. So they focus on those things. So like you said, you don't really know how you're going to feel, how your curves are going to look. And then when you see these pictures that you didn't even think you were sexy and they bring tears to your eyes because you're like, wait, that's me? Like those. And that, I think it's power though. There's something in women, like you're either super sexy or you're not. That's not the case. Like, that's not how it works. We are all sexy. We are all sexy in so many different ways, shapes, and forms, but there's power in being able to capture what makes you shine and then putting it into print. And like you said, whether anybody ever sees it or not, you have it though. You have it, and you know you are sexy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nobody else has to see it. Yeah. Nobody else has to see it because, like, I don't know. I mean, it's not probably all of us. Everyone has been super sexy in a room by themselves. Like, you know those days where you just like wake up, usually when I'm ovulating, where I'm like, I am a fucking goddess. Look at me. Like, I am gorgeous. Like, these black leggings have never looked so good, right? And like, I'm not gonna post about it. I'm not gonna like walk around. But that's probably when I feel like the cutest. I remember, well, and I also think sexy is so different for other people. So I was actually talking to a friend about this the other day. Like male strip clubs are not a thing that I would ever be into. However, if there was a place where I could go, like a fun little nightclub, and I got to watch men do carpentry, like, I'm gonna watch you do a dovetail, like, dresser. The fuck? Yes, I am. I will hoot and holler. I will give you my paycheck. Like, that's so hot. Like, that's so hot. It's so good. And then, like, if the special guest gets to, like, bring someone lemonade, like one of the hardworking men, like, I'd do it. I would do it. Like, oh, I'd thank you for the privilege. Like, ooh, or like watching or if they like pulled like an old Ford truck out onto the stage and he knew what was wrong with it, but didn't demean you or patronize you when he told you.
Girl.
Take me right now, Mr. Man. You know, like, I don't want to watch you like gyrate on me. Like, that's fine. Like, okay, like, you're beautiful and wonderful, but like, when you go to the grocery store and buy groceries unassisted without having to call home and get help, oh, yeah, you do. Like, that is so hot. Or like, I realized that I thought women were super hot when I was younger, and I watched Look Who's Talking, and Kirstie Alley is like has the refrigerator door open, and she does like the little like dance down with the spoon. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, no, yes.
And I was like, damn, she's a mother.
That's a hot mom.
Yeah, like you do you, and she's just in like an oversized sweatshirt, and she's just like got her spoon, and I was like, that is so good. I can't tell you how many times I've just wiggled my butt in front of the fridge because I'm like, yeah, Kirstie Alley, you made room for this. Like, you are a trailblazer. I mean, her beliefs towards the end of her life, like I can't, but like her in that moment, super hot, and like I'll do it all day. I'll do it all day.
Honestly, Carly, I think that you've really opened the door for a good business venture right now. Like, this could be the club that women flock to.
Well, did you know Chippendale started as a backgammon club? Yeah,
sorry,
so the
what?
original idea for Chippendales, it actually opened as a backgammon club because it was super popular at the time, and this guy used his life savings to open it, and then nobody came. And then he got in with like a couple shady-ish people, but they realized that women will spend like good amounts of money, and they needed somewhere where they could like be free. And then it like things happened, and then it turned into Chippendales, and then all of a sudden here we were. So, you know, we have Chippendales. I'm just gonna start there and work on, and it might be like, I don't know what to call it, like laying wood. I don't know. It's too sexual. I don't know. Mr. Fix It, you know, like
Fix it. I like that.
Carly, that's maybe a little too on the nose. Like,
we can't do that one.
yeah.
And like for people that have children with their partner, the sexiest thing in the world is watching them interact with those babies and being sweet to them, right? So like the idea of sexy, I think we put it in a box, like you were talking about all the time. And honestly, the sexiest shit in the world is someone just being in their natural element, or doing something that they feel confident in, or doing something that makes them feel good. Like, my husband, it's so cute. One of the sexiest things he does is he didn't have very many tattoos when we got together, and as we've been together, he's gotten more and more. And a lot of our tattoos on our bodies have been through like traumatic incident. But he will literally walk into the bathroom and he'll pee or whatever. That's not the hot part, but like he's fine. But then all of a sudden he'll turn and he'll like lift his arm and he'll like check out one tattoo. And there's just something about watching him admire himself that is so fucking gorgeous to me, where I'm like, I'll lick you. Come here. Like, I'm ready. Like,
because Carly, it's what you said. It's confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence is so sexy. And it's not cockiness. It's confidence.
No. Yeah.
You know, I remember being in theater and having to like tell other people, like, beware of the actor factor. It's this, you fall in love with who you're seeing on stage because they look so comfortable in what they're doing on that stage, but then they come off and they're like a normal human and probably super toxic. So just like ignore actor factor, because we see the confidence and we're like, oh, hey. And I think it would be great if women understood that on the other side, that confidence is hugely alluring and hugely sexy. Just in general, like blanket statement. If you believe it, it is true. Perception is reality.
Yeah. But I guess that would be something that I would like advice from you guys because well I've loved pinup and like Vargas Girl since I was like itty bitty. I love alt communities. Um and like I have a pinup girl from here to here on my rib cage because like I was raised by a woman that was voluptuous and beautiful, and I was stick skinny when I was little, and pinup was the only time that I saw women with different body parts. She had thick thighs. She had cute little boobies. Like it was the only time where there were variations. And I loved everything about that. So pinup has always meant so much to me, but I've always been like, oh, those girls, like those pinups, because they're perfect and they might resemble something of my body type, but I'm not, I could never. But like, how does one fake that confidence? And then how does one recognize when it is real? Like, is it just a feeling? How do you grab that? How do you find that?
Good question.
That one's hard. That's one of those things. I don't know. I think within some of our little like women's groups, we even talk about that because there's certain things I might look super confident in, but it's just because I've kind of had to do it and be the leader in that situation, specifically with like our group. Nobody likes to go on camera or go on the microphone. So I'm the first one that's got to grab it. So no matter what, that fear just gets pushed aside because, and this sounds silly, but I got my girls behind my back. Like it's for them, not for me. So that confidence comes out, I think, kind of because I have them. And then they definitely, and there's some women, even with some of the big contests I've done that are like, oh, you get up there and you just know, and you're so confident and you answered that and you did so great. But the entire time I was second guessing myself. I didn't feel comfortable in my outfit, all of these things. So they saw something I wasn't even pushing out or essentially felt myself. So it's kind of it's powerful, but at the same time, it's one of those things I don't even know how it's defined within myself. Sometimes I get off the stage and go, hell yeah, girl, you did that and you crushed it. But other times I get off the stage and I look back and go, oh my gosh, we did that. Like you're still alive. You didn't die. So it's hard. But I think the power and the confidence is actually the other people on the other end, those people seeing you do that and that motivating them to just try it. Just get up there and try it. Just do it. And it's hard, but you don't always see yourself as confident, and you see, like you said, you see those other girls, they can do it. They fit this mold, but at one point they didn't think they did. So what got them to do it? And it's just going and doing it. And I think, I don't know, I don't feel confident anytime on stage. I don't feel confident most of the time. So if they've seen it and they got motivated to do it, that is where I'm like, okay, I was confident. How do I redo that? How do I show that to motivate the next again so that she knows she can? Because we're all at that point where confidence is, we don't see it.
Yeah. Do you consider like the pinup you as like a different version of you, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bow Tie Betty she is a little bit more aggressively her. She knows what she wants. She knows that she wants women out there to feel proud of themselves. She wants to stop and say, you are beautiful to every single person she sees, men, women, everything. She wants little girls to see her be loud and proud and wear her big dresses so that they know that they can too. Because if somebody had showed me that when I was a little girl, maybe I wouldn't have gone so many years with it in the back of my closet too, So Bow Tie Betty kind of has this presence. And I even have Bow Tie Betty tattooed on me to remind myself, like, you can be this all the time, but there's a certain thing when I'm in Sierra mode and selling barns, doing stuff like that. I'm not, I'm not in your face. I'm not, So I definitely have these two personalities, but Bowtie Betty pushes me to be better in my everyday because I even see her confidence, and it's just kind of go do it in that mental mode. When I put on my dresses, when I get in bow tie mode, it's kind of, we're doing this for everybody else. It's not just me, because I've seen the light that other women have seen. I've seen girls that have said, because you did that picture and you just did it, even though everyone was staring at you and maybe you felt weird, I got up and did it. That is the power. So she got up and did it. I'm going to do it 10 more times so that 10 other women can get up and do it, because every single one of us should.
Oh, I love that. And are you like in the same boat, Laurilea, or are you?
I really love the phrase "fake it till you make it."
I love that. Yeah.
This is a standard staple in my life, especially right now. Like, I'm moving out of Colorado Springs and up to a brand new job and a brand new place to live where I know no one. So, like, I'm going to be pulling from my pinup skills in the next year of my life, just to know that Kitty St. James gives me the space to love myself a little bit more.
Oh, I love your names. Okay, how does one get one? Because like Donald Glover got Childish Gambino by just using a Wu-Tang Clan name generator. How does one get a pinup name?
Well, so my cat of 19 years passed away last July, and my pinup name honors her. And my brother's name is James, and I just thought Kitty St. James sounded real sassy, because I had a different pinup name a year ago. And I feel like the more confident and the more like loving life that I've embraced, I needed something new. So
I love Kitty St. James. Like, it's so
good.
like sassy, sexy, like for pinup, and it could also be like a really classy porn name. Like, it's just it really, not like low end porn.
No,
Riley, like
women directed.
Yeah,
like the good shit.
The good stuff.
Yeah, it has like a real storyline and everything.
Exactly. Oh, that's awesome.
I see velvet. Like when I hear it, my brain creates pictures when I hear things. So when I hear Kitty St. James, I see velvet, I see cheetah print, I see like candle. Like I'm like, oh my God, you are the
Betty Page vibe.
Yes.
I got that too.
My hero.
I have absolutely been in love with Betty Page since middle school.
Same.
Like it was the first woman I ever was attracted to. Ugh, I love her so much. Yeah.
Oh, she was a huge part of my sexual awakening.
Yeah.
A woman breaking barriers, doing what she wanted to do, owning her sexuality, but not for the male gaze, but then being super hot to where even men couldn't like dog on you. Like, I love her.
Sierra, where did Bowtie Betty come from?
Oh goodness. Well, actually, so my husband came up with Bowtie Betty. So I've had a few names over this adventure. I started with the pinup stuff about 8 years ago. And I kind of started it to find myself, to help define my feminine side. I kind of had lost that, help my daughter see, mom can be girly, mom can be whatever and own it. But I used everything from middle name, my nicknames as from childhood, all sorts of stuff. And my entire life, Chevy. So my dad's a Ford man, right? My husband's a Chevy man. And I remember being like, haha, I like Chevy because screw you, Dad. There's all these different elements that played into it. But the Betty, there's something about a Betty. Like everything, you can go through all of the pinup history, and there's so many Bettys that pull kind of that style or that strength or that power. So he one day was like, dude, bow tie, the Chevy bow tie. You are classy. You always make sure to keep it this certain way. Like, you really do have it both ways. So why not bow tie Betty? And it was like, wait, okay. Yeah. And then ever since then, it kind of, the minute it happened, it's like, there's no other name. That's That
Right.
is me. It has everything from the Chevy, the classy, the everything in between. And then the Betty is strength. I find that being strength. So
Yeah.
it's, yeah, it encompasses it all.
I love
I
it. My
love
nerd self is like loving the alliteration in the bow tie Betty. I'm like, ugh, the
Yep.
sound. So delicious. Let's just say Carly and I are like, we love this. We're going to do this. We're
Yep.
going to go out. We want to be a part of all of this. What do we do?
So what I always tell everybody, the biggest thing is getting out there. You are out of your comfort zone. When you get dressed up and when you walk with the group, you get stopped. People want to know, what are we doing? People want to conversate. And like I said, that leads into the volunteering, all these different things so we can hit these topics we want to. But I always say, come out to at least 3 events. 3 events with the girls, whether it's a car show, watch our page. We volunteering, we always do open volunteering. So it's open to the public. We can do events. It's not closed. So everybody's welcome always. So we'll post, we'll share, but come out to at least 3 of them. After 3 events, if you've hung out with us, if you think it's still for you and you're not scared and wanting to run into a corner because people are like, hey, what's your name? Hey, I want to know everything about you. Where's your Facebook? You got an Instagram? How's your TikTok? Like those, if you can take that, then I mean, get out there and try it and do it. But 3 of those events and you still feel confident, then it's for you. If you like that and you made it through 3 and you survived and still feel good, I'm telling you, you probably have already invested in 5 more dresses for the next 5 events.
Oh, I just wanted an excuse to dress up. So I'm already like loving this idea. And we'll go ahead and post a link to your Facebook page in the show notes so that everybody can go check it out. I was going to ask something and now I can't. Oh God. Old age. Oh, age. That's what it was. I was going to ask, what do you find to be the average? It's like it's 100 right now.
Such an organic transition.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
It was perfect.
What is the average age of the members in these communities?
Well, I will say it ranges. Honestly, it's one of those, it's kind of funny. So a lot of women are like Fabo or 40 and all of this stuff, but we have pinups that are 18. We actually have one girl that she's 14 and she's followed us and she shows up to the events. She just loves everything about pinup and empowerment. So there's no age limit. And we have women in their 60s that are out here and getting their dresses on and getting going and getting back to themselves. So there really is no age limit. I will say our group, specifically the 13 women, we range from about 30 to 53, I believe. Actually, yeah. But we have a big an age difference, but when we're all together, it's kind of silly. There's no age difference, if that makes sense. Like we all blend, we all mesh well. There's no, it's interesting. Like there's no specific person that is like mommy over everybody or anything like that. We all nurture each other and we all vibe together. So it's not like Gen Z, Gen X, and all this BS. We all are pinups. We are all one.
Oh, I love that. Well, and I think that, it's pretty obvious that there's a theme of when you make room for yourself to be yourself, there's so much more room for you to accept other people.
Oh, yes.
And to not feel that competition. And I think that might be my favorite thing that I'm hearing about this community. Because as girls, as women, we have people literally like on a daily basis on magazines and TV and telling us not to like ourselves, because if we like ourselves, no one else will like us, right? And so it's a never-ending battle of not being too skinny but being skinny enough, not being pretty, like too pretty but pretty enough, nice enough, all of this stuff. And so allowing ourselves to break all of those within ourselves takes a lot of time. But once you do that, all of a sudden you are literally blazing trails for other women. Like you said, like people will come up to you and be like, oh my God, what are you doing? You're not conforming. You are taking up as much space as you want to in an exaggerated dress or a large bow. You are taking up more space than what the world has told you you get.
Yeah.
And there's something so beautiful in that. And I just, like, you guys, not all heroes wear capes. They might wear a red lip and a pump. So I love that so much.
So, guys, I guess kind of like wrapping this in a nice little bow, since I mean that seems about apropos. What is the like one piece of advice you would give to our listeners who are like, so what is Hot Girl Summer? What do I need to do to feel that right now? And that's not just for our women listeners. Like, that's for everybody. What is your one piece of advice?
You go.
Okay, be scared, but do it anyway.
I like that.
Like, jump in.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
there's
so
no
nice.
reason not to. I totally agree with that. My thing, and I was thinking about it honestly over this last week, kind of, for me, the redefining or taking back Hot Girl Summer is motivate others. Tell them they're beautiful. If you see that dress and it makes you pay attention, or you see that guy doing whatever, wearing whatever, he has his hair slicked back, tell him, dude, that's cool, or whatever. Just that little bit of, hey, positivity will lead everybody else to being a little bit more secure. And I say Hot Girl Summer, I want to make every single person I interact with feel good. So Hot Girl Summer is making them all feel hot. We're all baddies.
Ooh, yes, we are.
I mean, I'm feeling that hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like that. Other things, you guys are, as far as I'm concerned, experts on Hot Girl Summer and living in one's truth and in their own skin. So I'm super into that. And I Googled it because I'm a Googler, right? I don't know how to do a Hot Girl Summer. How does one Hot Girl Summer? And you guys pretty much nailed it. The first one that I love, because as women, we never get this fucking permission. Be selfish. Allow yourself to be a little selfish and give yourself permission to be your true self.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, I will. Focus on body positivity. Love your body and embrace who you are, no matter your size.
Yep.
Uplift
Huzzah.
other women. Recognize other women and support them. And have fun. Do whatever makes you happy. So, like, you guys have literally created Hot Girl Summer. Little did you know that the experts on my hand computer, agree with you.
Google said so it's legit.
well, now you have a real qualification that
Absolutely.
you guys proved Google right.
Yeah.
Ha.
I love that. That is really cool, because that's one of those things I never thought about Googling it, but these girls, and that's the one thing I gotta say about the club, these girls all do it, and they do it every day. Like I said, it took one little spark, but they take it and they go and they spread that positivity, and I love it.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been lovely. I just want to run outside and just like stare around at my neighbors and be like, you're welcome. Like, that's how I'm feeling right now. It's wonderful. If any of you guys would like more information, we'll have a link to the Facebook page for Rockabilly Vixens. So you can go check out some of these events and, maybe see Sierra and Laurilea there, which would be so cool. If you have not already, we would love for you to check us out on all of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all at We're All Fine Podcast. You can DM us, and really it would super help us out if you can to subscribe on Apple and leave us a 5-star review, which would be magical. And please share with your friends. Quite frankly, every woman should hear what was said in this podcast today. So please share with others, and let's spread that joy. Thanks again, ladies, so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Right. Bye.
Bye.